thinking of starting a business of their own?
Yes, definitely. We also have a semester opening, so this is something that we're producing ourselves, and it's going to have Anni Laurila. She's coming up from Helsinki, and she'll be talking about her topic, which is to be defined sooner, and that's open to all people. So even if you're from Tampere, come up and listen. We invite you to come up and listen at our Seinäjoki area about anything that we do.
Right. Will this one take place in the amazing building of SeiES?
This one is planned to be in Frami F, which is on campus at SeiES.
Yeah, because I should say I'm quite impressed with the building and its inside. Maybe we can get a couple of ideas from you when we finally settle down to Tampere Startup House. Speaking of sharing ideas, what are the other organizations you co-work with in Seinäjoki? Tell me more about how the ecosystem is.
So basically, SeiES is organized in conjunction with SeiES and Into Seinäjoki. They're the contributors to basic funding of our organization. So Into Seinäjoki is the development organization for Seinäjoki. They play a huge role in making sure that Seinäjoki is future-proofed and making sure that businesses have the right spaces they will require into the future. They also take people in startups as well and help develop them, send them to the right people so they can help develop. A really great organization to be connected to. And obviously SeiES. So SeiES are very interested in making sure that students partake in being able to help other students develop themselves. Also gives ability to be able to learn new skills such as working on boards, hallitus type jobs.
Got you. But in your opinion, doesn't doing some side projects like a business or being part of some organization harms studies?
Depends how you use your time. For example, I'm those kind of student actives who have been in many boards at the same time. And it's just, you need really good calendar and someone who look after your calendar sometimes. For example, SeiES stuff, James will send me a message like, hey, do you remember this? So it's just like you have to
Organize,
yeah.
I think the biggest thing when you have any organization is the ability to organize yourself. You can't really run an organization without some sort of way of having some sort of plan of what you're doing, when you're going to do it. And that's whether it's for yourself or the organization itself. Once you can do that, you can pretty much have limitless things going on. People can stress themselves out by putting too much on their shoulders, but I think a lot of the times you'll find that probably aren't like time managing themselves correctly.
Okay, that might work for a classical business model, but in the startup world, we believe that you should be very open to instability, you should be very flexible, you should have a plan B, plan C, and so on.
I think there's a truth to that for sure, definitely. But like you say, there's a plan B, a plan C. So you are actually organized, even though I think one would say that, you know, it's like organized chaos in some sense. It's kind of like a requirement that you kind of think about, where are you going? Like you can look at the big people, Elon Musk. This guy has like future plans already up in his head. He hasn't got like, you know, what's happening tomorrow type things going on. He's planning his future. He's got ideas going on already that he's planning for. So it's kind of like he's organized. He knows what he wants to do. He's going for it. And I think, you know, anyone can learn from that chaos that you can have plans and organize.
Right. Organized chaos, the motto on the coat of arms of Seinäjoki ES. Can you give me a few numbers about the membership size of Seinäjoki ES?
There is right now 30-something, around 30-ish. We are quite small because we are the youngest society in the SeiES, so people doesn't know us that much yet, so that's why we are small, but...
We fluctuate throughout the year because a lot of the people that we get coming in as members have been international students for a semester or two. We end up with a fluctuation. The aim of SeiES is pretty much trying to bring in the Finnish side because we operate in English mainly. Having the Finnish students who are here for 3.5 years is hugely important to increase numbers of membership, and that's been a challenge since day one for SeiES. So it'll be a challenge for a while, building the brand, so to speak, and getting known. We've probably been picking up knowledge. SeiES is becoming sort of known around this region more and more. We've only been operating for 2.5 years now, so we have done quite a bit in a short amount of time. Mm-hmm. But member-wise, if there's any SAMAC students out there, come and join us.
Okay, since you said that you've done quite much, prove it.
I got to quantify what I say there. Obviously, we have monthly member meetings, and we invite local businesses to come and discuss about their positives and negatives, and try and build a new network for students, a way for them to get in touch with the local community, what's on offer, skill sets that people may possess that people who are learning them don't have yet, but they could turn towards those people as either mentors or people that could help them out later on in their careers. MMMs, monthly member meetings for us, and just building those relationships. Also having these big-ass workshops where Tech Race, this is the first one for us, just building networks with outside of Seinäjoki, because the best thing about ES is it's more of a family. So we try to attend and get our students to attend as well, or especially our members to attend these events that are on offer for all students from around the country, that such as Harvest, that VES puts on, so that they can experience something that we don't have to offer.
Can you make any approximations about the amount of startups coming or raising from SeiAMK?
Oh, that's a difficult one for us.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, does we have like any startups which have started in the SeiAMK? I know that there's a lot of startups which have like been already when the students come to SeiAMK, but I don't know, does they have any of them have started in the SeiAMK?
Since you meet lots of business people and startup entrepreneurs, you probably have an opinion about that. Do you think it's a good time to start a business of your own nowadays in Finland?
It's a good question. I think it really depends on the industry and what you're looking at trying to start up. I think if you're in ICT or any of the app building side of things, I think there's no bad time to start, because it's all about getting traction internationally as well, not just Finland. I think ICT is an easy one. Or I wouldn't say it's easy, because you're competing on the international market with type of applications. I don't think there's a bad time to start anything, even if it's on small scale. At least start it.
Yeah, maybe it's just I'm on the same page with James. It's never the wrong time to start the startup, but you just have to think the local markets. Like some of things might work in the southern Osnabrück, but they might not work in the Helsinki area, for example, or other way around. So you kind of have to know your area and what kind of startup you will start in there. Maybe in the first steps, but then when you get your business and startup like running, then you can think about everything else, like expanding into another city or something like that.
So do I get it right that if SeiAMK students want to start a business of their own, they can turn to you for consultation and help?
Yeah, definitely. If we don't know the answer, we know the place where to go to ask those questions to start the startup and business.
There's plenty of organizations willing to help out people start businesses in Seinäjoki region, and they've been giving out advice for quite a bit of time, mainly in Finnish, of course, so it makes it easier for the local population. For international people, not so much yet. It's starting to change. Places like Into Seinäjoki are looking at trying to create information guides for foreign people as well. So in English, most likely, so that, it doesn't matter if you come from Finland or from overseas, there's a step-by-step what you can do and how you can start up.
Right, probably I have one last question for today. Do we see you in Tampere in October during the Stream Startup Festival?
Yes.
Yes.
That's not a question. That's a definite yes, of course.
Right, thank you very much, Nora and James, for the interview, and thanks for hosting Tribecast Thread during our Seinäjoki episode of Tribecast Summer Tour.
Thank you for having it
Thank
on
you.
this podcast.
Yeah.
This was Tribecast Tre, Seinäjoki episode within the Tribecast Summer Tour, and my name is Marina. This week I presented to you the interviews I have recorded during my visit to Seinäjoki, and next week we'll continue with Tribecast Summer Tour with Pori episode. I think that would be an interesting thing to listen for you, because I definitely learned something during the Tribecast Summer Tour. Enjoy the summer and stay warm and tuned.